Hi everyone. So in my continuing series here, as I wrap up my findings after testing, experimenting with quad racing motors in single motor prop and slot park jets, similar to these ones up here against the wall. These motors I'm going to talk about. Well, I'm going to talk about 5 motors altogether. 3 that are sort of good performers, middle of the pack, and then I wanted to fit them in somewhere, but I've got a couple of here that, for me anyway, turned out to be pretty much duds. So if you're thinking about them, give you something to think about, depending on what you want to spend your money on. So anyway, these 3 motors are sort of around the $20 mark, just under $20. One is listed for more than 20, but I've picked it up on sale for less than that, and it's been listed for less than $20 for quite a while. Now I'm only talking about 3S performance here. I haven't tested any of these on 4-cell yet, and I'm going to talk about their performance on the Turnigy AE45 amp speed controller. I have tested them at the field and on the bench with other speed controllers, but they seem to work out really well. And again, this is a pretty good value, this Turnigy AE45 amp speed controller, running them all on custom settings of 22.5 degrees timing and 24 kilohertz on the pulse width modulation frequency. So I'll talk about these 2 primarily. This one is, I'll give a little bit sort of an honorable mention. It's kind of an anomaly of a motor, but it works really well. So these 2, you do definitely get a step up in power from the budget choice, the Racer Star 2406-2600 motor, compared to the 2212 motor, 2200 kV motor. I would say probably 15, maybe 20% more power. Again, I'm going to have my spreadsheet listed down below, and you can compare and crunch those numbers whatever way you want. I'm primarily talking about from what I've seen at the field. So on 3S, I've run these 2 motors on the 6x4 APC gas prop and the 6x3 EMP prop. So the 2 motors, this is the Foxeer DATURA X206-2700, and this is the BeeRotor Zoe FPV BeeRotor Z2207 2780 kV motor from RC Timer. This one is a little bit cheaper by a couple bucks than the Foxeer. This one is very light, though. It's probably one of the lightest motors. Going in the plane, it's about 42 grams with all the hardware. So super light. This one's about 50 grams, but still really good power. I've actually found I like this one. I would say that this one is, I haven't been able to find anywhere where someone's done an actual KV test on this one, but I would say that based on its performance, that this one actually performs a little closer to the rated labeled 2700. I actually prefer to run this one on the 6x4 APC gas. It gives really good performance. I did find on miniquadtestbench.com, a great website that Ryan Harrell runs, the actual KV rating that he measured on this 2780 motor is closer to about 2630, I think. And I've actually found probably the best performance with this motor is the 6x3 EMP prop on 3S. This one's probably a little bit more efficient, I think, as well, the BeeRotor. This little unit, the Foxeer DATURA, can be a bit more amp hungry. So, which, here this is actually pretty good because I buy actually these 6x3 EMP props. I get them from RC Timer. So, you can buy 5 props plus this motor for, I think, would cost you probably just over 20 bucks, 22 bucks maybe. So, yeah, both excellent performers. They'll both spin either one of these props, the 6x4 APC gas or the 6x3 EMP, quite well. But as I said, 6x4 APC gas best with the Foxeer DATURA, 6x3 EMP best with the BeeRotor 2207-2780. And I find, just because I like the feel of the 6x4 APC gas, probably my favorite would be this Foxeer DATURA. For its size and its weight, it really packs punch, great torque, and good top end speed. But again, that's just me. Okay, so this is the Eagle Power SA2306 2888 kV motor. It's kind of a weird kV, and I think actually I'll have the link down below. Engineer X did a video review of this motor, and I think his machine actually had it at like 32 something. But what I did find on the bench as I started testing it was I was getting some kind of really low numbers, and I thought initially that I had a bit of a dud. So what I did was this is the GemFan 6045 carbon nylon prop, and I've run this motor with this prop at the field, and it really performs well. So yeah, I guess I give it more honorable mention because compared to these other two motors running with these two props, it doesn't perform anywhere near as well. But this GemFan 6045 carbon nylon really seems to be well suited to this prop, or to this motor, I should say. So you can watch Engineer X's video. I think he says that he feels that this actually behaves, despite the high kV, it actually behaves more like sort of a 2400 kV motor. So maybe that's why it runs really well on this higher pitch, longer and higher pitch prop. But good motor. All three of these are good motors. They're proven to be quite strong, quite durable. Even though this is spinning a bit longer prop with a bit more pitch, this Eagle Power motor has really good torque and acceleration using this prop. So yeah, so those are my three middle of the road. I think I've already done a video review on the BeeRotor, so I'll have links to that video down below, as well as any other pertinent information that I can find, so you can do more research if you want. Again, so like I said, I had to put them in somewhere. Here, these turned out to be a couple of real duds of motors for me, and they're actually made by the same company. But this is the DYS MR 2205 2750. I never even bothered field testing this one because when I tested it on the bench, it was way below the 2212 2200 kV motor. You know, one of my criteria when I started testing these quad racing motors was I wanted something that was at least as powerful, if not more powerful, than the 2212 2200. So I didn't even bother field testing this one. This turned out to be a bit of a dud. Then this is the Samguk DYS Samguk Shoe 2306 2800 kV motor. Again, this turned out to be a bit of a dud. A really poor performance considering what it should have had, you know, from the standpoint of size and kV and everything. You know, it had a lot of hype when it first came out, but I found the one that I got anyways, it was pretty much all flash and no dash. Anyway, so I just sort of hung on to it till I did this video, but not a great performing motor. I've also had this a bit of a discussion with Engineer X because he shot a video testing this motor as well, which I'll have linked down below. And he's also heard that people have had issues with the stator actually coming apart from the shaft. So from a standpoint of quality control, I'm not 100% sure, although I shouldn't really comment on that myself because I only ran maybe a couple of dozen flights on this motor and you know, just moved on. So there we go. So there's my three middle of the pack choices. The Foxeer 2206 2700, BeeRotor 2207 2780, and the Eagle Power 2306 2888, again with the props that I've mentioned, all with this Turnigy AE 45 amp speed controller. So there we go, folks. Again, please check out the comments down below. There'll be a lot more info there, and including, if I can find them in my blog, some write-ups that I did on these motors as well. So thanks for watching. Blue skies, calm winds to everyone. Park jet noise, the other sound of freedom, baby. Take care.